All right, so with solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula, what we need to do is first memorize this formula. It might look hard to memorize, but it's really not that bad. Opposite b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. Just say it to yourself about 20 times, and I really bet you won't forget it. And the more we work with it, the more it'll be easy to remember for you. So we need to identify everything. A is 1, that's the coefficient of our x squared term. B is 3, that's the coefficient of our x term. And C is negative 4, our constant term. So now it's just a matter of taking all this information and plugging it into our quadratic formula. So x equals opposite b. So b is 3. Opposite of that is negative 3. So we have negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times c, which is negative 4, and then divide all of that by 2 times 1, 2a. Okay, and then we can simplify. I think in my notes I pretty much go from the radical right to the answer, but really what I'm doing is I'm doing 3 squared, which is 9, and then minus 4 times 1 times negative 4 is negative 16. 9 minus a negative 16 is 9 plus 16, which is 25. And then divide all that by 2. Okay, and then we can continue this process. So you can continue to see the quadratic formula here. I'm just going to write up here. So we have x equals negative 3 plus or minus 5, because the square root of 25 is 5. And then divide that by 2. So basically this plus or minus splits it up into two separate answers. I have x equals negative 3 plus 5 divided by 2, or I have x equals negative 3 minus 5 divided by 2. Then we can do that. The thing you have to be careful when you type it in your calculator, you have to simplify the numerator first or put it in parentheses and then divide by 2. So negative 3 plus 5 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative 3 minus 5 is negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So there's your solutions, 1 and negative 4. Yes, we could have solved this equation by factoring or completing the square, but I want us to get familiar with quadratic formula as well.